number of years ago I needed to sell a property, and I contacted a range of estate agents to inquire as to their fees and their service, and they all came back at in and around 1.5% plus VAT. So the property that I was selling at the time was, I estimated, going to sell for in the region of €400,000. I did a little bit of research on DAF and My Home and the Property Price Register. So 1.5% of that was going to be 6,000. With VAT it was going to be 7,000, and some wanted marketing fees on top of that, so it was going to be touching €8,000. So that to me seemed like an egregiously high fee, and I was shocked that it costs so much to sell a property. Obviously it's a very important job in terms of taking professional photography, getting the DAF listing and the My Home listing, conducting viewings, managing the bidding and negotiation right through to sale agreed and ultimately on to sold. But even so, there just seemed to be a big disconnect between the fee that was being charged and the work involved in selling a property. So essentially we set about building the estate agency that I had wished had been there when I was bringing that property to the market. So an estate agency that provides a high quality professional service for a reasonable fixed fee, and that's what Auctioneera is.
The main reason vendors choose Auctioneera over the other agents is predominantly the fixed fee that we charge. Other agents would usually charge a percentage, up to 1.5%, sometimes north of that, and that can leave a lot of ambiguity around what people will end up paying at the end of the process. So with our fixed fee, it's quite transparent, and that's another aspect of the process that vendors enjoy, as well as purchasers, the fact that it's fully transparent the whole way through. There's nothing to hide behind. And we wear our hearts on our sleeves when it comes to the reviews at the end of the process as well.
Yeah, so we had expected about 650 and it actually sold for 765, so that's 100k above, which is, you know, a huge amount of money. And then on top of that, the percentage figure that either of the estate agents were going to charge, you saved about €12,000 on top of that again, so that's a huge amount of money saved. And also I did have a misgiving, like why should I pay the estate agent more money just because the house sells for more? It doesn't make sense really, and neither of them would agree. And that was the nice thing about Auctioneera, that I knew what it was going to cost, and if I wanted extra, I could, you know, pay for extra. But neither of them would agree to a discounted rate on the percentage, which knowing that the property, and you know, it's in Bray and it's highly desirable, it was obviously going to sell. So, but that's, you know, that's their loss, and I could see that over time that's not going to be successful for them, especially if Auctioneera continues to rise.
So I suppose if I was looking at it from a vendor's perspective and I was looking to get an estate agent on board, the first thing that's obviously, you know, going to attract your attention is going to be the reviews of how people view the company based on their experience with it, but also the price in terms of the fee that you're going to be paying. And I think in terms of reviews and fee, Auctioneera is unparalleled in that sense. So I suppose they're probably the things that I would feel a vendor would come for. But I think what they would be almost more impressed with after having gone through Auctioneera is their experience, the transparency, the feedback, the constant touch with agents and support from the team in the office as well.
The experience was fantastic really. Like, I knew who was coming. I got instant information of what the viewers thought, whether positive or negative. Now there wasn't too many negative, thank God, but I got the information was just flowing, and I was kept informed, which for me was relevant.
Like, there's no hidden extras. You're being told exactly what you have to pay and what's included, and you're getting the exact same service. Actually, you're getting a better service, 100% better service than what you would at your traditional auctioneers.
I'd 100% recommend Auctioneera to sell a property in Douglas. We did it and we've no regrets. As I said earlier, we got 18,000 more than the asking price, and one of the things actually we look back on fondly was that, you know, so once we hit the valuation, we knew the countdown was on in Auctioneera, in terms of, we knew that once the valuation was hit, you know, there was 7 days, you know, before the end. And like, I remember with my wife, we were in a WhatsApp group, you know, and the time was ticking down, and you know, we kind of knew at this stage anything we got over the price would be a bonus. And then, like, you know, there was like 10 minutes left, and all of a sudden, you know, and someone else put a bid in for another, you know, €1,000, and all of a sudden there was a little flurry of bids, you know, and it raised the price by, I don't know, maybe 5,000 euros for us. It was a really positive experience, and as I said, and one of the good things about it as well is that we knew that there was an end in sight. So we knew that, look, you know, 7 days after, you know, the valuation had been hit, we knew that it was going to be done, and we were happy with that. It wasn't going to be drawn out. We knew that after that time we were going to be happy with whatever we got.
So the final piece of advice that I would give is that Auctioneera provides a no sale, no fee offering, which allows you to bring a property to the market on a risk-free basis. The vast majority of our vendors are delighted with the price that they achieve, and obviously they pay the lowest fees on the market. If for any reason you're unhappy with the service provided, you can delist and cancel your arrangement with Auctioneera at no cost to you. So I would say call our bluff, trust us with the sale of your property, and the vast majority of our vendors who do that are delighted that they've made that decision.